Oh, what up? What up? What up, everybody? It's your boy DJ Spin. I am with Weed Time Podcast. Supposedly every Tuesday at 7 p.m. We have been missing in action. My fearless co-host has been dealing with things, and people has been sick. But all through that time, all kinds of crazy stuff has been going on, especially with all the people diddy doodled. So hopefully my fearless friend will be on here and we'll be ready to rock and roll. Making sure that we are streaming on all platforms. I'm seeing green lights here, there, and everywhere. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, Twitch? What's up, Facebook? Facebook pages? What's up, YouTube? Hopefully, you guys are enjoying your Tuesday. The weather is starting to get nice finally. I am looking forward to getting out and fishing and also barbecuing. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Yes, sirree, Bob. So let's get into it. Let's get into some crazy stuff, some shenanigans that has been
Ain't
populating on the
nobody
internet.
does it better. Makes
Look who
me
decided to
podcast.
show up.
Makes me be this late. My
Yes,
bad.
you are
You know, I'm
late.
on Negro time.
Very,
Negro,
very,
Negro,
very,
Negro.
very much so late.
Sorry about
Mm-hmm.
that. People
Mm-hmm.
sorry about that. You know, I be taking I've been sick, man. I've been sick.
I
I've been in
know.
pain. I was, I told David, let's be ready by 6:30. I could stop myself from throwing up. So I was like, let me get my life together. And then I came on here and I was ready by 7 o'clock. 7:01, really.
Yeah.
But then my hair looked a hot mess. So I said, I'm willing to let y'all see me in the buff. I mean, not the buff. Who the buff is naked? Not the buff. Not the buff. That's
Oh
not
my
what I mean.
goodness, man, we haven't been over here on this
I know.
thing in how long, and you already starting to cut
Welcome
up?
back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Already starting. Don't even be
Mm,
tripping either. David, did you miss me? Did you
man,
doodle dee dee?
I didn't doodle nothing. I just want to know how many diddles did Diddy
Doodle dee dee.
did he
Doodle
doodle?
dee dee if you want to. how many how many doodles did he do? Man,
Exactly. There's
man, so many people are
so many
coming out now.
things.
I wonder if that's
The
listen.
crazy thing about it is, they've been saying that Diddy is basically the Black Epstein with all the crazy stuff that's going on. And there's so many different conspiracy theories that are
Yes.
going with it right now. They're saying that, the real reason why they raided his house is because he was tied to so many different people because of these FOs. FOs, if you know what those are, you know, you sipping the tea like you don't know what the FOs are.
Mm-mm. You know, I'm
The
not good
Diddy
on the
freak
lingo.
offs, the freak offs,
UFOs?
the FOs,
Oh.
the freak offs,
o
the freak
oh,
offs. Yeah. So, they're saying
no.
that Diddy was
How many
allegedly
diddles did it? You and this damn Lord.
allegedly
Your
Diddy
tags get me every time.
was actually keeping tabs on all the freak offs. Like he recorded everything and then had backups. So like even if somebody
Blackmail.
deleted it, yeah, if somebody deleted the recording, he was able to go ahead and get it back, which is crazy.
That's probably how
Yeah.
he was able to secure the secret for so long because he had so much. They talking about Carl Winslow now. Papa
Are you?
Winslow. Man, they're talking about so many people. You didn't
Mm,
see that?
I
It's
didn't.
been going
I
around
didn't
like
see
all
that.
this week. You
I
know, when
didn't
you
see
sick,
that.
you ain't got nothing to do but be on Facebook.
Yeah, I'll be right
Yeah,
back.
so I guess like one of the old security well, David's gone now, so I guess one of the old security guards, which is always a security guards that be dropping a dime on people. But I guess one of the old security guards has said that he needed some muchos dineros or something. Let me make sure he didn't come back. Oh no, he left for real. He'll be back. Uh Now they're saying all that about the security guard or whatnot. So I mean, no, 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 no. No, look, I'm about to gossip and don't even got the right gossip. Allegedly, uh,
Allegedly,
yeah,
apparently,
make sure you say that. Sorry, I broke my nail doing what? putting
You
up
know,
200s.
well, good
I
for
cracked
you.
it on Thursday, and then it broke all the way on. That's my
I'm
fuck you
happy.
nail too. That's the one that always gotta look pretty.
Mm-hmm.
What? Why? Because you don't want your ass whooped? Because now that everybody say, "How do you bowl with nails on?" I'm so used to it. It's weird for me to bowl without them. But these are just a smidget too long, like a centimeter.
No, I got you. Ain't nothing wrong with
What's up,
that.
David? What you been doing, man?
As far
It's
as
summertime, summertime. I
you
am
know,
waiting for a turkey leg, turkey
it's
leg.
it's that season. It's that
Summer's coming up.
season.
You got brisket going on. You got some chicken coming. I'm hungry. I know you cook all year
Yeah,
long, obviously, but your
yeah,
sis needs
yeah,
some.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
even know if I want a turkey leg again, but
See, that's what you get for
make
cheating
me a
on
loaded
me.
baked potato on the grill. Put some brisket in there. I
That's
didn't,
what you get for
dude.
cheating.
That was first of all, that was in September. That was in
I don't.
September, and I'll never do
I
it
don't
again.
care. I
We've
don't
already got
care. You
past
like
that. We've won
you gonna
counseling.
go
We've
get a
had
turkey leg from
apologies.
somebody. Go get a turkey leg from somebody else. I see how it is. You don't trust me and my
Say the whole
culinary
context,
skills.
David. DJ Spin I am. Say the whole context. Okay.
Oh, you
We
couldn't wait
was
to get
in
back in town.
Oklahoma at the powwow, and they had a bunch of turkey leg trucks. I love turkey legs clearly. I talk about it almost
Hmm.
every episode. I used to go to the Renaissance Festival for the socks and turkey legs. That was it.
For socks and
But
turkey
apparently,
legs.
food trucks that don't they don't cook these long enough. So then the skin was like rubber, leather. I don't even know. It was like chewing on a condom. It was like I don't know what that's like, but I assume when you say rubber,
Mm,
make
mm,
sure I
mm,
clear that up before people
mm,
start pew
mm,
with that.
mm,
Make
mm.
sure I just go ahead and clear that one up.
Welcome back to We Time Podcast with
My mouth.
Tish. That's making sure that we never get monetized.
Got to do my job. Somebody got to do it.
Somebody got to do
Somebody
it, Dick.
got to do it.
Somebody got to do it.
Nobody. RP Nate Dog does it better. Let me stop fucking around. I mean, playing around. Oops. There we go again.
Mm-hmm,
There we go again.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yep,
I done sent you so
exactly.
much stuff since I've been laying down, though. Let's go over a few.
Let's go over a few. Did you even watch that one that I sent to you? No,
Refresh
you
my
didn't.
memory because you and Mike send me shit all day long.
Well,
Yep,
let's
you're right.
let's let's
No, no,
let,
no. I
let's
did
let,
watch something. Hold up. Hold up. My phone's right here. My phone's right here. There was something you sent me, but it was hold on. Because the last thing you sent me, unless it was something today.
No, I didn't see you nothing today. I had something to talk about that I ran across today, which would be
Uh
pretty good. Yeah. Mm, mm,
where are
mm,
you? I
mm.
know you can't be that far down. Why are you not on top of my I know I don't talk to all these people. You must not have sent me nothing in a while. Let me see. I sent you something. Oh, the girl mad because he brought the kids and the baby mama.
Oh yeah, sent you that one.
And the chicken. You sent me Elmo. Okay. That was Elmo. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
I wonder if it'll pop up over here. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, it's making me actually sign into it. I don't feel like doing all that right now.
Sorry. I got a message I need to respond to. Email. Hey y'all.
Mhm.
Why don't y'all where your sister at?
I don't know. I don't know where she is right now. We on the rocks. Yep. So
Oh, you oh Lord. Okay, so I don't let me go back. All I seen was Elmo, which I know why you sent me Elmo. Oh God. When I start belching, y'all, if I go off for just a second, that is why. So
Seeing,
David, uh,
seeing, touching.
how do you get into do you do your votes for the Kansas City People's Choice Awards?
No, I haven't put myself in there
Do
yet.
you vote?
I've been nah. Well, there's a couple people that I vote
I
for.
ain't
Like,
asking for nominations. I mean, do you go and vote?
yeah, I mean, there's a couple people that I wouldn't
Yeah.
mind supporting and stuff like that. But I ain't put myself in there. Uh, let's see
I know
what did I?
when I get some nominations for people that I know that are really good people, professional, and really got some good service, I'll do that too. Like my cousin, Audrey Monet, she does makeup. She's super dope. Um, then of course Keisha Newton, man. If you don't know Keisha Newton, you are not from Wyandotte. But she's so freaking amazing. So I'm always constantly whatever category she's in. And then there's this guy that I now listen, let me tell you this funny story. Obviously I get paid, I'm monetized on Facebook. I've been monetized on Facebook since the early part of 2022. So I get a
Mhm,
lot of things in my rotation in my algorithm. And so I don't know, maybe about 6, 7 months ago, I saw this. That was when it was trending with these massages and things.
mhm.
And so I saw this video of this guy doing a real, one of those
The exact
massages that all
the
the ladies
exotic
want.
the
And I
exotic
was like,
massages.
damn. The video was yeah, those erotic, exotic, but the way he was doing it, you could tell off the bat that he was real professional. Like you could just tell from the first video that I saw. So I started
Mhm,
following him, right? So the more I start
right.
following him, I see more videos, which of course, once you follow somebody, you start seeing more of their content. Then I went to 42
Mhm,
with my sister-in-law, and there's a guy that walks past me with these beads on and his hair is I was like, that look just like a boy that does the massages. But you know
mhm,
me, I'm always like low key. So I was just like inconspicuous. So when I went home, I was like, let me go check. And I look, I said, that is old boys. I didn't even know the dude was from Kansas City. He had a viral video. That is why I
mm,
started following him. I had no idea he was from Kansas City. So
mhm,
now I'm paying a lot more attention to his videos. And now I'm seeing reviews from people that I know. So his name of his company is Mike's Little Massages. His name is Mike Corvette. He's from the dot. Dude is super dope. Super, super dope. And listen, I would love to do it. I want to do it. I didn't send this little link, because he calls this thing Mike's little massages. So I didn't send Mike's little link to like all the chicks I know that ask about massages, or even if they don't, I'll be sending it to him like, hey, yo, link up with old boy, whatever, whatever. I showed it to my husband the other day. I said, I'm about to book dude. He gonna say, no, you're not. I said, what do you think a woman is gonna do? She gonna do the same thing. She gonna rub my booty down too. But the thing I like about him is that no matter if you read any of his reviews, if you watch any of his videos, like for what he does, especially because obviously he's a straight man, for what he does, oiling down women all day, he's super freaking professional, like super freaking professional. I don't. So it was funny that he posted. I had this conversation with Mike, and like the very next day, he posted. Somebody has said, "I wouldn't let my lady do this," and I was just like, that's crazy because if you know anything about massages, and David, you're a man in a relationship, you've been married, you're now in a new relationship. If you've had massages or your girl has massages, she gonna get it done by a woman, right? Or by a professional. Let me say that because it's not always women. She's gonna get it
right.
done by a professional. The professional's gonna touch her body, right?
Mhm,
So what difference would it make if a man was rubbing her down? And I want this from a different perspective because first of all, vote for him in the People's Choice Awards. Let's put that out there because that's how this conversation got started. But then,
mhm.
but I want to know from a man's perspective, why do you may not even have insecurities or anything of that nature, but why do men feel so like territorial when it comes to something so simple as a massage that makes, releases stress, makes your woman feel good, that kind of stuff.
All right, we going there. So let's look at it
I
several
thought you
different
froze for a
ways.
second.
No, I
Yeah,
was
let's
really
go there
just
because I
taking
need to
take.
know.
I'm
I
I'm
need to
I'm I'm
know.
just I'm taking in what you're saying, and I'm just making sure that I give you all the perspectives that are going through my mind right now. So for one, a man is protective of his woman, and point blank. That's as much as we like to try to say, we don't look at you as property or anything like that, but it's like, that's mine. It's gonna come out there just because we grasp and we cleave to you, especially if that's your husband, he's gonna cleave to you. I mean, that's biblical right there. Um, Two, if you went to get your massage from somebody else, they would be somebody that this person would not know because it's like, oh, okay, you went to such and such massage envy over here or hot rocks, body rocks, something like that. It's just they massage people. They have the windows covered up. Don't nobody know what's going on in there. But Mike's little massages, on the other hand, we know he is greasing you down, taking videos if you give him permission, and everybody is saying you get rubbed down on the interwebs. That's just like
Oh my
somebody
God.
saying that would you
First of all,
date a
everybody
porn?
don't know
No,
it's you. You may not
I'm
even
just
know it's your
saying,
woman
hey,
unless you
hey,
got
hey, hey,
tattoos.
no. Mike
Haters.
is gonna know your body. If that's my woman, I'm like, hey, I
The
know
doctor
that
knows my body.
I know that freckle.
The
I
doctor
know
be in
that
my coochie
freckle.
like this.
That's the
Cough.
start.
Achoo. The doctor finger be in my shit. Okay. You don't got nothing to say about that? Because he's a professional, right? Stop it with y'all's insecurities. Y'all kill me with that.
It's not about being insecure. It's
I'm just
about just
saying.
being. It's like this. The thing about it is, in a man's mind, we think
I'm
logically.
gonna let a woman massage my man because I know he ain't going. I know for damn sure if my man went to go get, if my husband went to go get a massage, I know for damn sure he's not gonna get it from a dude, right? I know him well enough to know he's not gonna get a massage from a dude. So I gotta
Mhm.
be okay with a woman putting her hands and rubbing my man down and possibly hitting that little spot that make him tickle and his little pickle go up. It ain't little, but make his pickle go. Tickle the pickle,
Oh
you
my
know?
goodness!
She might slip and hit his
This.
nuts. Hey, she might be the happy ending type. You know what I'm saying? I have to be okay with that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't be on a double standard. Like that is irritating with you men. Don't be on a double standard.
I'm I'm just saying, in a
Don't be on a
man's
double
mind,
standard. If
would
you
just
go
be
get a
thinking,
massage,
it's look, I ain't getting massages. How about that?
when a woman's fed up, na 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 na, she gonna get little Mike's massages. No, I'm just dude is dope. Don't let us focus too much
No,
on that because I don't want
no.
to
I mean,
put any negative
I never,
intention. Uh,
I never seen this
he's
video,
a
or I
dope
might have,
professional.
I might have seen this video and didn't even know. I knew that there was one
I'll
trending for
share
the
it with you.
longest. And
I'll share it with you.
yeah, I knew it was one that was
Yes,
trending
and
for a while.
that's what I'm saying. Like he was in my algorithm for the longest, and he was like going
Mhm.
viral with some of his videos. I had no clue. I'm thinking, dang, I wish we had something like this here the whole
Like
fucking time. I'm like, I wish
he
we
was
had something
here,
like this.
he's here.
And all the time
So
we did.
the the
He's
the
here.
funny
He
the
here.
funny thing
I
about it
seen him.
is,
That's
like,
how I realized it because I seen him at 42. I was like, wait a minute.
shoot, it's like back in
And then
high
I'm just telling y'all
school.
where he used to be at. My bad.
Back in high school, my homeboys, it was like, after high school, it was like, man, we're going to massage school and learning how to do that. I told myself, I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. I know me. And that's why.
Oh my.
That's
And you
why.
couldn't be professional. Just say that. Say you couldn't be
No,
professional.
I know me. I'm not gonna put
Hmm.
myself in the situation. Hey, you don't put a fat kid in the candy store and say, like, hey, as long as you work here, you can have whatever you want. The store gonna be
Don't touch
empty.
nothing.
Don't touch nothing. So
You
I
know, when
knew.
I was in my 20s, I can understand that because when I was in my 20s, first of all, I was prime stacked like a horse. I mean, a stallion. Them thighs was stying. Okay, that complexion was glowing, and my titties was perked. Then, anyway, that's neither here nor there. My husband gonna be like this motherfucker every time she get on here.
Right here, man. I
Anyway,
guess you make it up
back
for
to what I was
all
saying.
the time you
There was
went
this
on here,
dude
right?
that I knew. You know it. There was this guy that I knew at the time. He was going through his schooling to become a masseuse, right? He was in a different career, a totally different career path, but he was going to school to become a masseuse. And so he had to
Mhm.
get in his hours. So every Sunday he would give me a massage. And at first it was kind of like creepy because I'm like, you want me to come over your house and lay half naked on a fucking table? And when you're in your 20s, you're very careless. Okay.
Mhm.
So ironically, I was not careless with that particular situation because I was just like, well, that just, are you, but, and I knew that he had a crush on me too. So in my opinion, you just trying to get me in a position to where, but finally after him, like, man, I need to get these hours and I need to get these hours. And we were cool. Don't get me wrong. We were cool. What he did professionally, I never thought that, like, you're talking about military, federal government type stuff. So I knew he wasn't gonna, well, the odds of him doing something weren't were probably slim, but that don't mean people don't make a try because you have a crush on
Oh
somebody.
yeah.
And
Mhm.
so I finally gave in after like months of him asking me, man, I need to get some hours. He was super professional. He completely separated. Whenever he did the massages, he separated our friendship and like personal relationship and completely switched to business. Like, this is a business right now. I'm going to give you
Mhm.
this massage so that I can learn to do what I want to do. And this is business. And then when the massage was
Right.
over and, he put his stuff up, he had his nice table and all this stuff. When he put all his stuff up and I put my clothes back on, because of course you take your clothes off to get a massage. And we would sit there and talk. And then it would go back to, how was your day? What did you do? How are things going? Are you gonna let me take you on a date? That kind of stuff. But during the massage, it was never, never anything like that.
Mhm.
So, but mind you, this individual at the time, I was in my 20s. I think I was like 21-ish, uh around that age, like 2021-ish. He was in his 40s, so he was well established at that time, so he probably had a lot of experiences in life because obviously your 40-year-old self versus your 20-year-old self in control of your little willy ain't really the same.
Nah. No, I mean,
Okay, you can look like you
yeah.
want to.
No, I ain't about to lie and say like, yeah, I had it all under wraps. Like, no, you put a younger guy in that situation, they're gonna go ahead and perk up and do something stupid. You still trying to find your way through life and at that age,
Yeah,
and don't really know what's going on. It's like, oh well,
yeah.
here goes the situation. I mean, that's why a lot of dumb stuff happens. I mean, sorry to say it like that, but a lot of dumb
Whew.
choices happen in that age group, and it's like I don't know how I saved it, and I'm just like, bro, this is silly, you know.
you I look back, I think we might have talked about this before. I be talking to some of my friends from like middle school. Like, I'm still friends with people went to middle school with, right? And people that I hung out with, not just people I knew and acquaintances, like people I really hung out with. And I be thinking to myself, and we be talking, I just be like, dude, do you realize half the shit we did? Like, we did some crazy shit back in the day, like
Man,
just irresponsible that I wouldn't even do now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I drive through the neighborhood that I grew up in, and I be locking my
mhm.
doors. I be like, damn. But yet, and still, we was walking around at 2 o'clock in the morning, sneaking out the
Like
house and
nothing was
shit, putting
wrong
pillows under
on
the blanket.
Quindaro.
So exactly. No care
It's
in the
like,
world. People would pull up, y'all want to ride to the gas station? And we just like, yeah, sure, jump in the
yeah,
fucking car. Like, just
what
totally
y'all,
irresponsible.
what y'all,
Totally
what y'all
no
doing
regard
today?
for
Nothing.
safety.
Hey, y'all want to go with us? Where y'all going? It's like, what y'all
To Big
drinking on
11.
here? Yeah, it's like, hold
Right,
on,
exactly. Don't even know what's in that
styrofoam
red
cups.
cup.
Well, here you
Right.
go. Here you go.
Totally irresponsible. And
Drink
I be
this.
thinking about that, like when me and Mike might be having a conversation. That's why Mike sometimes be like, you have two, like some of your conversations are too adult, which I agree. Some of them are too adult for my son. But a lot of times I will tell him consequences that are severe and I cut no corners. And the reason
Mhm.
why is because I need him to be scared. I need him to think. I need him that when he gets to a teenager and he has to make good choices, that he's like, damn, I remember my mom told me that she had a friend that did this and they got killed. They got murdered. You know what I'm saying? I need him
Mhm.
like, yes, it was extreme for nine, but Mike's also one of this, but the other people watching may not know this, but you know this. Mike is way advanced for his age when it comes to
Oh
his level
yeah,
of comprehension.
that old
And
man.
so he will have full on conversations. If you just try to tell him, Mike, don't do that because you could get severely hurt or something could
Yeah,
happen, and
but
You get,
that dude, he'll go ahead and rationalize with you and actually have a
right,
valid point, and that's the crazy
right.
thing about it. He will actually have a valid point. You're like, "Hey, why are you even thinking like this right now?" You know?
Exactly. That's how he think like his mama and his daddy.
Mhm,
Like, that's how Mike thinks too. Mike always talks shit about Mike, because Mike's in that why stage right now.
mhm.
Why? Turn off the light. Why? Go to bed. Why? So the other day, Big Mike was like, "Why you keep asking why?" Da, 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 da. And literally, I bullshit you not. He said that to Mike. He grabbed his food from the dinner table, starts to walk away, and I said, "Mike, sit down. Sit at the dinner table." Why? I just bust out laughing. I said, "Didn't you just yell at him for doing that? Now you know where he gets it from. Now you know where he gets it from." Like, everything, little Mike is literally Big Mike all over again. Big Mike be, and I ain't even playing. He ain't even gonna admit this, but his mama know, and I know. He be calling his mama, apologizing to her, like, "I'm sorry because now I'm going through what you going through." He's like a repeat, but he also has my temper and my
That
quirks
tongue.
in there too. But Mike is like, he's one of those kids that thank God that his like you said, he is very, he's analytical.
Mhm,
He's very deeply
mhm.
analytical. He reminds me a lot of Tani when she was younger too. That's how she was, and that's how she still is. But and which is funny too because Tani has always been like she acts like she's his mama, but he's very analytical and he needs to know. So certain things I tell him like off the rip. And then, like, lately, he's been like, "Mom, Imma sleep in there with you if I have a bad dream, but, I'm a big boy now, mom. I gotta learn how to do this by myself, okay?" I'm like, "Okay." Makes me, like, tear up because he's my little baby. But then there's other things, but then I saw, and I'm sorry, I'm just chitter-chattering, but I don't know if you can relate to this too. There is this TikTok video I saw of this lady, she was talking about, um my kids don't know how to walk themselves to school. My kids don't know how to do this. And she was like, Me and my husband, I was complaining to my husband that our kids aren't even close to the kids we were when we were back in the day. They don't
Mm,
know how to walk themselves to school. They don't know how to, get up and do this and get up and do that and yada, yada, yada." And then she stopped and she said, "But here's the thing. That's because they didn't have to live beyond their age. They actually, like," she was like, "I had to stop and realize I am doing my job as a parent because our job, like what we agreed on, her and her husband, what they agreed on was that they would raise their kids. They worked really hard to get themselves out of the neighborhood and put themselves in a position to where they could raise their kids differently. And she had to realize that because their kids aren't having to grow up so fast, they're not at
mhm.
the level. Like we were walking miles to school with no sidewalks
Right. In the road.
in the road with no adult every day. We had to wake ourselves up and do all of this stuff.
Mhm.
We had to feed ourselves, make each other ramen noodles, and we were cooking and everything else. And her kids, didn't do all that. Same thing with Mike. Like he doesn't do all of that. And I was just like, that makes total sense because I'm letting him just be a kid.
Right.
Like
He
people's
doesn't
like,
have
oh,
to have the
he's
stresses.
9 and
Yeah, he
right.
doesn't have those stresses, man.
He
And
want to
it
go
it's
out and
it's
play and stuff, and he
it's
gets to
it's
be a
funny
kid.
it's funny you bring that up because, there was a story that I seen earlier today, happened in, Las Vegas, and it was a 9-year-old boy that called his father on a tablet. He locked himself in the bathroom and, called his father because he found a bag of drugs underneath his mom's, nightstand.
Ooh.
So when the cops showed up, you know, then they asked for the little boy to come out, and the lady had to wait for him to come down, and leave him alone. He comes out, and I kid you not, this dude had a gallon-sized Ziploc bag
Of
halfway
what?
full of meth.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
How did he
9-year-old.
know there was meth?
He said it's not the first time that he's seen it over there before,
Sorry,
and
my
it
ear is hurting. Hold
it's
on
all
a
good.
sec. Go ahead, I can still
Yeah,
hear you, but I'm about to fix my
but the crazy thing about it is that, this happened. They had body cam footage and everything of this happening on tape, and this lady didn't go sell hard time. She was able to post bond and everything like that, and
What?
then yeah, it's crazy, and then they ended up putting her on 20 months of probation.
But they'll give somebody with weed 30 years. Come on, make
Yeah,
it make sense.
and
You
then
got
turn
that's
around.
child endangerment. You should get
Yeah,
at least
yeah,
2 or 3 years just for child endangerment. What if he didn't
yeah,
know any better to call his
yeah.
dad? What if he would've
So
like, "Ooh, look at this, it's powdered sugar."
turned around,
I don't know what meth
and
look like, so
she ended up, violating her probation, and, it ended up going through, like, 3 courts and stuff like that. It was crazy. Now the little boy's, primary is the father, but it's crazy to
good for
think
him.
that, that this parent was up there basically doing drugs and dealing drugs, allegedly, and, this little boy is having to deal with it, and having to learn about what drugs are and what should happen or not happen.
That's
You know.
crazy. And that's what I be telling Mike, like, when kids are younger, they'll just drink out of people's cups and things like that.
Right, right,
And
right.
if me and his dad had a cup and we'd sit it down, especially if he thought it was pop, he
Mhm.
was just walking over and just so I had to break him that habit real quick because, me and his dad don't drink, but I don't know who we could be. We could be at somebody's party or we could be at somebody
Right.
else's house or somebody can be at our house and have a cup that could have something in it. And so I had to get him to the point to where it's like, and ironically, there was a situation that happened that's finally helped me break him, which is another going back to how I have to kind of sometimes I have to parent in real life.
Mhm.
And there was a situation where a kid had drunk something and the kid passed away from drinking from somebody else's cup. So I showed it to Mike. Guess who don't drink out of nobody's cup no more? And I ain't even playing. He does not drink out of nobody's cup no more unless he asks. And normally it's just me and his dad.
Right.
Now, if you set some food, he will eat my food. He don't because he be like, Mom, you're not gonna eat it. He don't
Mhm.
even worry. He don't even bother asking no more. But
That's why he
I
getting
mean,
big, man. That dude is gonna be a linebacker by the next year or 2.
he's
Sign him up.
genetically gonna be. He's always been bigger, not and the crazy thing is he's not a big meat eater. He likes vegetables and shit.
That's crazy, man. Yeah,
Vegetable, he
that's
loves salad and fruit. Like,
yeah.
we'll go to Sam's, I'm not even kidding, Mike be cracking up. We'll go to Sam's and he be like, "Mom, I need to get a pomegranate." I'm like, "What?" "Yeah, let me get a dragon fruit and a pomegranate, and then I would like blueberries," and I'm like, he eats he eats shit that most kids don't even like, "Hell," you know? He be like, "Mom,
Yeah.
make me a smoothie in the morning. Can you cut my dragon fruit up and make me a smoothie? This is pink dragon fruit." "No, use the white one." My baby is so great. He's grown up so fast.
Man.
I blinked and he's a big boy now. He's about to be 10. I gotta renew his passport. We were gonna wait till he's 10, but Mike said, "Go ahead and renew it now," because it expires at the end of October and he turns 10 at the end of December. So we was gonna wait that little 2-month period and renew it when he
Mhm.
turns 10, so it'll be good till he's 20. Because after they turn 10 years old, it's 10 years. But anytime under 10 years old, for kids, it's 5 years. You have to renew every 5 years.
Mhm.
So we got it when he was 4, and so we had to renew when he was 5. And Mike was like, "No, just renew it now so that we
Right.
get to he's 15, and then we'll renew it when he's 15 and we get to he's 25." So I was like, "Oh, okay, that makes sense." So, but yeah, he's and that's the good thing is because I know that was kind of a sidebar, but
Yeah.
um I said that to prove a point that we're so blessed, even though he's growing up so fast, we get an opportunity to take him to so many different places, to
Mhm.
show him different cultures, to show him different things. Like when we went to Jamaica, if you've ever driven through downtown Jamaica or Bahamas for that matter, it looks completely different. And he's like, "Mom, what's going on with, why is there so much trash around here? These people live with blankets on their houses." And so, teachable moments. Same
Yeah.
thing when we went to Mexico, we took a tour around the regular part of Mexico. And the guy in like a little golf cart kind of like thing. And our tourist was amazing. And it was a teachable moment. So he got an opportunity to see things in a different and I I didn't get to travel like that. I think I went to Mall of America when I was a teenager,
That was the
and
big thing back in the day, man. Got to the Mall of
yeah,
America. Man.
yeah. I think I went to Mall of America. My mom took me. I wanted to go to Aspen so bad, but she never took me there because she used to take business trips, and she went to Aspen all the time, but she never took me there. But she did take me to Mall of America, and then we went to like Oklahoma when my dad came home from Desert Storm. Thank you for your service, my father.
Mhm.
Um, and then like we used to go down to Mississippi and stuff like that, like road trips. But other than that, I didn't really go anywhere. So once I became an adult, like I went to California with my cousins and, just doing things on my own now. So me and Mike hadn't even that cruise we went on in 2016, that first
Mhm.
cruise, that was Mike's first time on a plane, on a cruise, and out of the Midwest. He had only gone on like on a bus to like play football in like Nebraska and places like
Mhm.
that. He had never really traveled before. I think he said he went to Florida with his mom before, but that was it when he was little, like
But when
5 or
he's
6.
little, and it's like you
Yeah.
don't really realize and appreciate travel until you get older. Start doing it on your own, and then that's
He
when
was
you
so
like
nervous that
really
first one.
experience. Yeah, I can
Yeah.
imagine.
But after that, he was like, "Oh, yeah, we're taking Mike." Then all of a sudden, we was in Vegas. Mike might have been to Vegas so many times. He was in Vegas more than his aunties. When they turned 30, and I think I said this before too, when they turned 30, we went to Vegas, and before we went, he was like, "Yeah, y'all gotta do this, go this, to have my mom take you guys to eat breakfast here because that breakfast is the bomb." And he's like giving them tips because he's been to Vegas so many times. Especially when we was in Phoenix, we used to just drive down there. It's only 6 hours. So I would take him
Mm.
down there on the weekends just to get away and do something. Take him up to San Diego, like, and him and his dad love history. Like just being in Hawaii, he was laid out on the floor the other day like this. I'm like, "What's wrong?" He was like, "I just want to be back in Hawaii. I just need to be on the beach, mom. Take me back to Hawaii." I was like, mm. But I like the fact that Mike and I are blessed enough to be able to do these things for him because when he grows up, he's going to have a whole different sense of cultural diversity.
Mhm.
He's going to have a whole different appreciation for life and travel and just seizing the moment.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. He's gonna definitely have a different outlook on it, and I mean, he's a lot of kids are gonna look at him crazy, and he's gonna be like, you just don't know. You just don't know.
Yeah. People say that about him now. They're like, "Oh my god, he's been to so many places," and I'm just like, people, I guess some people assume he's, like, bratty spoiled. He's very
Yeah,
spoiled, but he's
he's
spoiled with
spoiled,
love,
but
and he's spoiled with
I mean, I'll be honest with you, Mike, that boy is spoiled rotten to the core, but
oh, yeah,
he
I
deserves
own
it.
it.
He deserves it. He deserves it though, because I mean,
Don't
he's a
tell him
good
that,
kid.
though.
I'm not gonna make his head any bigger than what it is because his
Please don't,
personality
yes.
is way big enough as it is. But I mean, he's a good kid. I mean, he's very
Yeah.
respectable. He's intelligent, and even if he does something, I mean, I'm remember when Mike was little when we started bowling down there at what was that over in Kansas, and
AMF.
AMF,
Oh,
yeah,
Casey Bo?
yeah, Casey Bow and Big Mike got on him because he's in the back of the car doing something crazy. He's like, "All right, boy, I'm gonna whoop you," and he's like, "All right, then, all right, all right."
Oh, yeah, he'll push the envelope, which is crazy because the other day somebody was like, "Wait a minute," because there's something that happened in public. Not public, but, like, around other people,
Mhm.
and, his dad said something to him, and he said, Imma see what mommy says." And somebody was like, "Wait a minute, he's scared of you, but he's not scared of his dad?" I said, "He is to a certain degree." Like, he pushes his dad to the point of, like, Mike elevating, and then he's scared of him. But just
Mhm.
normal, "Mike, don't do that." Nah.
Mhm.
He now me, they be because I think what it is they be in cahoots. He be like, "Oh, she in there yelling again. Oh my gosh, she's on her period, dad." I'm like, "I'm not on my period." Every time I get mad, he's like, "She's on her period." I'm like, "No, I'm not. I'm about to whoop your ass though." But I'm more of a disciplinarian.
Mhm.
And so that's why he's more intimidated by me. Like if you say to, a lot of kids you say, "I'm gonna get your dad," and they
Mhm.
straighten up, he's the
Mhm.
"I'm gonna get your mom," and he straightens up. But he's also very compassionate. He's very thoughtful. He's empathetic. He has a lot more compassion and empathy than Mike and I when we were his age. Now I'll give you an
Yeah.
example. Like, I've been sick these last couple weeks, so I've been sleeping a lot, and I mean a lot. Like
Mhm.
I go to sleep on my breaks and as soon as I get off work. So I was sleeping and he comes home from school and normally when he comes home from school on these pretty days, the kids around the neighborhood come knocking on the door and he's can I go outside and play? So the doorbell rang and I didn't think anything of it. I'm thinking it's the little girl next door. So he's like, I'll get it, mom. And I'm like, okay, I didn't get out the bed. I just stayed asleep.
Mhm.
Then he comes in there and he's like, Mom, somebody's parent is at the door. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, for what? And he was like, the kid's face is bleeding and he wants to talk to you. So I'm not even dressed. I'm like, hold on. So I come to the door just to see what's going on. The guy's the next door neighbor. And I was like, give me a sec. Let me, put something on real quick.
Mhm.
So I go get decent. I come back and I'm like, okay, what's up? And so the little kid uh had got punched coming off the bus and his nose was bleeding. And
Mhm.
the father went over to the other neighbor's house with the other two boys and they blamed Mike. So Mike immediately is like, I didn't do it. Now, mind you, you know how Mike is. Like he'll fight if he has to, and you don't want to get him to that point. But
Mhm.
if he doesn't have to, he's not gonna do it because he don't want to get
Right.
in trouble.
Mhm.
So he's like, Mom, I didn't do it. And the little boy's not saying nothing. I'm like, did he hit you? Did my son hit you? Like, what happened? Mike, you be quiet. What happened? And the little boy's not saying nothing. So
Mhm.
I tell Mike, go in the house and I shut the door. And so Mike's like, it wasn't me, Mom, it wasn't me, but he wouldn't say who it was. And
Mhm.
so the guy's wife had went back to their house to watch their Ring camera to see if it got caught on the Ring camera. So halfway through the conversation, she comes, pounding down the hill, stomping down the hill, saying it's on the Ring camera. It wasn't him, it was the other one. Because when they went to the other house, the kid said it was our son.
Mhm.
And so they had already went over there and they blamed him. So they came over to our house. And so I told the guy, I said, I'm not one of those parents that act like my kid don't do shit. If he did this, then, he's going to get in trouble for this and we're going to do some things, whatever. And I said, but, his dad and I have had a conversation with him lately that he doesn't want to get in trouble at school and this little kid keep picking on him. So he just don't do nothing. And I was like, his dad's having an issue with him being passive. And the guy says, that's my issue with my son. He don't speak up or defend himself. And I was
Mhm.
like, "Oh, okay, that explains why the boy wasn't saying nothing, because he wasn't
Right.
saying nothing. He wasn't saying, "No, he didn't do it," or, "Yes, he did it." He was just standing there. And
Mhm.
so I was like, "Okay, that explains why he wasn't saying anything." Because by him not saying nothing, I'm thinking Mike did
Did
get
something, yeah.
involved at some point. And so, the wife finds the video camera on the Ring, and they figure out it's the other house, so they go over there. Well, Mike and I'm telling you, David, the whole fucking night, Mom, I need to go over there. I need to apologize to him because I should have defended him and I should he was like in his feelings about not standing up for that kid. And I'm like, Mike, have that same energy to stand up for yourself. But I love the fact that he felt so compassionate and so empathetic for that kid that he felt like he needed to apologize for the other kid's mishaps
Mm.
because he was present. I need to
Right.
take accountability because I was there. And so today, this happened like
Wow.
last week, but today I asked him, I said, did you ever get a chance to talk to the little boy? Because they catch the bus at the same bus stop. And he was like, yeah, I talked to him. And every time he passes me in school, I check on him and make sure he's okay. I was like,
Mm.
that's sweet of you. I just smile at things like that because those are rewards as a parent, you know?
Yeah, I mean, that means you're bringing them up right.
You gotta do
That means
something
you're
because
doing a good job, a dang good job there, Tish.
thank you,
Good
thank you.
job.
Better than what I be doing because I be, hold up. Don't start. Can you hear my applause?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear your applause. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Don't be
yeah.
hating.
Anyway. Mm.
Oh, you better be lucky
Yeah.
it came off. Hold up. What?
Mm.
Oh, I don't know what's on these buttons.
And they should never give black people soundboard.
Okay. Okay. David, I'm about to. Can you come over here and reprogram my board because that says brother, and that's what it is. This says debut, but we know this says ouch, ouch. Yeah,
That definitely
I'm
is
gonna
not
need a new
out.
soundboard.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
None
yeah,
of these
yeah.
are. I don't even, and I don't know how to reprogram it either. I don't even know if it's reprogrammable. I need to figure that out.
Yeah, so you need stuff like that.
But yeah. Anyway, next week you're gonna have a special guest because Big Mama won't be here.
Yes. It'll be just me and
My
Citizen
twin.
V. Citizen V. It'll be just like having you, but just a man.
Nah, he's on a whole different level as me, boy. When me and him get together, boy. Mike says, this one more story I gotta just tell. Mike comes in today and he says they went to the Legends to go get Five Guys, but apparently it's closed for renovations. So
Daggone.
they walked around for a little bit, and Mike says, Mom, when we were walking in the Legends, I said, step on a crack, break your mama's back. And I accidentally stepped on two. And I was like, for real? He said, but Daddy, he stepped on 1,000 of them. He just kept stepping on them. I said, damn, Mike. Mike bust out laughing. He said, no. He said, step on a crack, break your mama's back. And I said, I break your mama's back all the time. He says, what's that mean, Daddy? And then he talked about my parenting. I'm just put that out there.
Goodness.
I'm just put that out there.
Goodness gracious.
Okay. Just
Both
put
of
that out
y'all
there.
bad. That dude, if he don't end up being like a big, sports kid or, athletic guy, he's gonna be a comic.
He's already a comic.
That dude is gonna be a comic. Prime time. Like, jeez.
Well, some things I could probably guarantee that he's going to be good at is sports, clapbacks, because he's already practiced roasting. He already be roasting the hell out of people. But his clapback game going to be ridiculous. He's going to be very athletic, but he's been athletic since he was little. And then he's also going to know how to cook.
Yep.
He's also going to know how to cook. Now, cleaning, I'm working on it. But cooking, he be in the kitchen with me. Mom, what do I need to do? So he's going to know. He's going to be the best parts of us, and hopefully all the best and not the worst, because boy, his temper. The only thing that I'm concerned about is that he's so used to it being me, him, and his dad that he's probably always going to be near us at some capacity. Like, I don't think, like my dad, he left to go to the military, so he was gone. But once he came back, he didn't want to leave his parents because my dad was very close to my grandma.
Right.
Well, he is very close to my grandma. And especially since my grandfather passed away, my dad be like, my dad will call me at 3:00 in the morning. Where's my mama? Where's my mama? I'll be like, Dad, I don't know. I'm asleep. Then I'll look on their camera and be like, her fucking car's in the damn driveway. What the hell? Go look in her room, Dodo. He be something. I'm gonna just leave that alone. Moving on. He's gonna be one of those. He will be. I don't think he's gonna be a mama's boy. He gonna know how to treat women. I know that though, by his dad's example of how we are as a married couple, and also by my relationship with him. He's gonna definitely be good at how to treat a woman. I just hope he don't get him no chicken head, no ratchet chick.
I don't think he'd even be approached by any chicks like that, just because of the simple fact the way he gonna be carrying himself.
Yeah, he does carry himself good, but he still got like, every time I'm like, oh, my son is so sweet. Then I ask him something and he make me shake my head. Like the other day, we was watching something and I said, Mike, what kind of girls do you like? Because he's always talking about his crushes and whatever. He says, Mom, I like them. God. And I was like, what? He said, yeah, I like them with that. God damn. I was like, what is that? Like, I'm over here all spaced out. I don't know. Mike busted out. And when I tell you Mike fell on the floor hollering, I had no idea what he was talking about. Mike had to tell me what it was. I said, oh my God, you're so superficial. He was not superficial, but still, a 9-year-old saying that. He's almost 10 though for our viewers. He's almost 10. I don't know if that makes it any better or not, but he's
Not
almost
at
10.
all. Not at
I
all.
know it doesn't. I know.
He's very vocal. He's very vocal.
Yeah, but I never known him to be like, back in the day, if you asked him if he wanted a woman based on their looks, he would always say, it's not about what they look like. It's about what's in their heart. It's about how they treat you. Like, those are the things he would say. That was the first time I've ever heard him comment on physical attributes of a woman or a girl. I was like, oh my, this must be TikTok or something.
Yeah, right off the back, I'm thinking about this video where this dude is walking with this chick with this big old booty, and you hear you hear
That's
it
a
in the back.
video, and then the dude turn around. I caught you.
God.
Yeah, that was a video. Yeah. That's probably where he got it from because that video was in his algorithm on YouTube the
Yeah,
very
yeah,
next day.
yeah. That video is hilarious.
Where dude rounds like, I caught you looking, man. Caught you looking. Yeah.
No, it's like a scary movie. You just hear random people like echoes out of the darkness, like God,
No, I ain't seen that one. Okay,
God.
it's not the same thing. It ain't the same one. And but yeah. You men are so what if women did that to y'all? What if we
They
just
do.
went by and just looked at your junk
Yeah, yeah.
and
Objectify
commented on your junk?
gray,
Like, hey, pretty
gray
baby,
sweatpants. Yeah, yeah. Objectify gray
put it in your
sweatpants.
Mike and a lot of wear gray sweatpants. No more.
See,
Because even when
see.
Mike was 4 years old, he knew. Daddy, them women's was looking at your wee wees. Quick Trip. Quick Trip. He walked out of Quick Trip, 2 chicks staring at him. He was, we were at the gas pump. Me and Mike, we were at the gas pump, and we had just came
Mhm,
out going to the bathroom when we were driving to Phoenix. We
mhm.
stopped to get gas, and Mike's like, "Daddy, them women's was looking at your wee wee."
Right.
Yeah, I don't play about. At first, I thought gray sweatpants was like, a myth. Nah,
Man, gray
nah,
sweatpants is like a
nah.
man's sundress.
You damn right.
That's exactly what it is. Gray sweatpants for
Mm-mm.
men is like women's sundress. It's like as soon as that season's going, it's like, man, they be hawking.
It's crazy too how I did not know us women's was like that.
Yeah, like let's see what's dangling.
It's the no. Don't look at what's dangling over here because these hands dangle too, bro. Mm-mm.
That's
I
that's
mean,
how
most of the
women
time, I
be.
think it's a compliment. When women flirt with my husband, I think it's a compliment because
Mhm.
I know him. But sometimes women will go a little too far because they will push the envelope.
Oh,
Because men are more
most
likely
definitely.
to give attention than women are.
I mean, it all depends on the person because I mean, shoot,
Yeah,
you know, that's just like that one post I showed about the chick saying, well, if
niece. That's what I'm saying. An epidemic. It has to be stopped.
but that's what I was talking about when the old girl was saying like if he married, it's not my fault. It's like that gum, man. But the way we were raised is like if they married, they off limits. Like leave them be. We don't need them problems.
Who's we?
I'm just saying.
I guess you're right. You're right. I won't say nothing. I'll just leave that alone.
I'm just saying like age. I was raised if they married, then you let them be. You let them be. And if they willing to do something while they married, that means if you with them, they gonna be willing to do something with you know,
I
no
think
you.
when you mentioned earlier about the word property, I think
Mhm,
that there are a lot of gray areas. There's a lot of no like to me there's levels, right? There's
mhm,
levels to marriage, and that's just my personal experience. And that's my personal opinion, okay?
mhm,
So to me there's levels to marriage. You have that red flashy area like fuck no. You have that gray area like it just depends on how you approach this or how you handle this that might put you in a fucked up predicament. And then you
mhm,
have that yellow area that's just like, okay, you're married, not blind, right? For instance, I'll watch videos of men working out and I'm like, damn, I will comment. Michael watch videos of booties shaking and he'd be like, damn, hell, we might watch a few adult videos together and comment. That's all I'm saying. That's that yellow area. Like, you're married, you're not blind, right? I
mhm,
don't own you. I can't
mhm.
control you. If you're gonna
Right,
do something, you're gonna do it regardless of what I say. I
right,
can't ban you from doing shit. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
So that's that little yellow area. But then you got that gray area of like friendships are a good example. Like that area is a gray area
Mhm,
because and I'm learning this now, but I'm learning more about this now is what I should say. Is that gray area of like, we were watching a video about exes, so we'll just talk about exes. I
mhm,
have a lot of exes that and I say a lot like I got bodies. I have
Man,
exes that are
boy.
still a part of my life, they'll
Mm,
call and text or whatever, but there are a few that cross boundaries. Now
right,
there's
right,
one in particular that he was always messaging and calling, and I'm talking about weird hours in the morning, but I knew he was harmless. So that's why he's in that gray area, because I knew he was harmless, but Mike was like, these are borderline disrespectful things. So when he
right.
finally crossed the line and Mike seen it, or Mike is the one that got the call, Mike checked him right there. And it was a done deal from that point. That's that gray area. Like, I can handle this,
Mhm.
but once you do something that kind of teeter-tots you up to that red, now my husband has to handle it. So that gray area is that level of, you handle it
Mhm.
because, whatever. Um, and then of course that red area is those things that are obviously completely off limits. So I think that's kind of like, mm, certain things fall into those categories. So when you say like, eh, married people are off limits, that married person is responsible for that married person's activities. That married person is responsible for what they allow or do not, because people only do what you allow them to do,
That's
right?
true. That's true. But it's kind of like it's bad when somebody takes your vows in more consideration than you do, and that's just
Mm,
the way I look at it. It's like you just sat up
touche.
there and did this in front of God and man, but yet you don't take in consideration of what you doing. It was a farce, it's a lie. You know, be true to yourself. There's no reason for you to even be married type situation. And it's like no reason for you to get caught up in somebody else's mess when they don't want to go ahead and take care of what they put themselves into. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. As a moral being a moral person and trying to be upstanding and do what's right, you're not gonna do that. Even if they're separated, it's just kind of like no.
I've
But
always
that's
felt like
me.
that was a fine area. I know that
Mhm.
there are some people that are like, biblically, if somebody is separated, they're still legally married, so you can't. But there's people that have been separated
For
for
years. Yeah,
decades,
years,
you
years.
know?
Yeah, and I mean, I understand that, but it's just I guess just for me, that's just how I've been.
Yeah.
Has there been situations where I ended up, with people that were? There has been, but that's because somebody lied to me and didn't tell me the truth, and then after the fact, it's like it comes out, and I'm like, would have been better off for you to let me know, and then I could have played my part accordingly if that's what I chose to do, you know?
So I'll just say this, like, when I was younger, I had a relationship that I did not initially know the individual was married, right?
Mhm,
And after I found out, it was, in my opinion, too late, because we were already entangled, and I mean, very deep in our relationship at the time.
mhm,
And that person has been a part of my life forever.
mhm,
Um, but one of the things I learned from that relationship was that I did not like commitment.
mm,
Like, Mike will tell you, when we first got together, well, I've told y'all, Mike and I had agreed just to be fuck buddies. That was it. That was our agreement. We were just gonna bang. Now look at us, we're married with a kid, but that's neither here nor there. That was our agreement, because I didn't like commitment. I didn't like being tied down, but I also did not like, you know, the single mingling with multiple men situation. Like, that was never my thing. If I ever dealt with somebody intimately, I preferred to stay dealing with that person.
mhm.
So, if I could, but I preferred to stay dealing with that person without labels. Like, that
I
was
got
like the person I was dealing with before Mike. Technically I was in a relationship, but we had stopped, because he was cheating, and I just wasn't trying to get, like, I was hearing rumors about him being with strippers and all kinds of stuff. So I was like, "No, I'm good."
Mhm,
So we weren't, you know, doing anything intimately. So there was an individual I was seeing intimately, but that individual was like, he would get mad. He'd be like, "Why the hell you come over here? Like, I only see you on Friday and Saturday nights after the club closes. You're fucked up. All we do is this, and then before the sun even comes up, you're leaving." And I'm like, "'Cause I don't do slumber parties. Like, I don't do slumber parties." So in my opinion, if a man was attached to something, not necessarily married, just attached to something, it was easier for me because I knew that if you're attached, you're not gonna be up under me. You're not
Mm,
gonna be calling me all the time. You're not gonna be trying to see me all the time. You're gonna be on my terms
mhm.
because you and yourself are attached too. So your family time, you cool, all that shit, you good. You're not gonna be up under me. So
Right.
I don't have to worry about it.
Mhm.
That was my mindset for a long time, and of course, that was a very adolescent mindset. That was me being younger woman and just trying to live my best life, you know?
Mhm.
But, uh, am I proud of some of the things that I did? Absolutely not, but, I can proudly say that I didn't ruin any marriages, okay, before you even speculate, but I did not
Mhm.
ruin any marriages, but, I was just one of those people that I just did not like people attached to me. And the person I'm talking about that I dealt with before Mike, I remember him asking me, and we had done this for probably about a year or so, like, I would only go over on the weekends, and then one time he was like, "Dude, when are you gonna spend the night?" And that's when I was like, "I don't do summer parties," but he was very, like, adamant about it. He was like, "No, I really want you to spend the night." And I worked in Kansas City, but I lived in Lawrence at the time. So I would drive down, party with my friends. Sometimes I would get a hotel or whatever, and I would go over, hang out with him, and then, as soon as the liquor wore off, I would leave. 4 o'clock,
Mhm.
4:30 in the morning, I'd leave and go back to Lawrence or go back to the hotel or whatever. And so he finally was like, "Well, you could work, work down here. You can just come down and spend the night and go to work from here." So I did it one time. It was so uncomfortable. Like I felt so out of place. I was like, "I don't wanna do this." So when Mike and I decided to start hanging out, Mike and I were friends for a while. We both had, were ending our relationships, and I was just like, "Let's just," he was like, "Alright, I'm cool with that." I was like, "Yeah, you're a little young thundercat. I know you got a lot of energy, so let's just, whatever, whatever." Next thing you know, look at this. We didn't even bang for 2 weeks. We started banging July the 3rd. We were in a relationship July 24th. You do the math. We've been together 15 damn years. I
Mm-mm-mm.
know, ain't it sad? He got me.
No.
Got him!
Put it on her.
And he's I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing because my niece is watching.
Mhm. Anywho,
But, it's always fun hanging out with you, David. I'm sorry I left you hanging dry, but I was sick as a motherfucker these last couple weeks. I'm
that's
doing
all
better. I'm
good.
getting a little bit better, so next week, you're gonna be hanging out with my big bro, my twinny wing.
Yeah.
Twinny twin twin.
Twin it to win it.
Yes. Don't diddly diddly do, okay?
I don't know diddly diddly doos,
No,
but
I
I
don't know
know
what that even means. I just seen it on your hashtag. Your hashtags
it.
is always your I always have to read those because I gotta make sure that you're Lord Jesus. You never fail. You never fail.
They're always pertinent to what we're talking about or something going
Lord,
on.
Lord. Y'all tune in every Tuesday at 7 PM with your girl Tish Kanani and your boy.
DJ Spin, I am.
Really? Really? Is this this is not after dark. After dark's I guess it is. It's after I was gonna say it's all
Ladies,
yeah.
ladies,
Read
ladies, it's
in your
your
ass.
boy DJ Spin.
And that actually
Playing
sounded
nothing.
good. You should do a soundbite.
I
Do a
will.
soundbite for us. Y'all
Like
put it in the
playing
comments if y'all want DP to do a soundbite for We Time Podcast.
like playing nothing but the hits.
On 103.3
It's a
Hot
quiet
103
storm.
Jams.
Hold on, no. What was that? Midnight foreplay, part 2 of the quiet storm.
I don't think he
Yeah.
laughed at that.
He didn't
We'll holler
laugh,
at y'all
but
later every Tuesday, 7 PM. Next week, tune in with your boy DJ Spin I Am and my boy Nick's Cow. He will be sitting in for me because your girl got something I gotta take care of. But until then, I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Holla.